innovative ways to reach your audience. However, with so many devices and social media platforms available, it can be a challenge to connect with your leads and potential customers effectively. This is where GetZot Connector app comes in. With our all-in-one marketing solution, you can engage with your leads on any device and through various channels quickly and easily. Let's take a closer look at how GetZot Connector can help you connect with your customers, improve response rates, and grow your business. GetZot Connector is a full-featured mobile app that connects you with your leads and customers through various channels like phone connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, and Facebook Messenger. This means you can engage with them on any device and through multiple channels, which is essential to effectively reach your audience in today's digital landscape. One of the best things about GetZot Connector is that it allows you to create multi-channel campaigns that are tailored to the specific needs of each subscriber. Your own AI bot to easily craft messages that resonate with your audience and increase response rates. Whether it's using Phone Connect to follow up with a lead, sending a personalized text message or email, or chatting with your customers on Facebook Messenger, GetZot Connector makes it easy to connect with your audience on multiple fronts. GetZot Connector also includes powerful data analysis tools that help you track user engagement, measure how your campaigns are performing, and get insights on what content resonates with your audience. This gives you the valuable data you need to tweak your campaigns so that they're even more effective in the future. Some common questions and objections we hear about GetZot Connector include: Question: Is it easy to use? GetZot Connector is designed with ease of use in mind. Our app is user-friendly and intuitive, and our team is always available to help with any questions you may have. Question: Is GetZot Connector expensive? Our pricing plans are reasonable and flexible, making it easy for businesses of all sizes to use our platform. Question: Do I need any technical skills to use GetZot Connector? Not at all. Our platform is designed to be simple and easy to use, even for those without any technical skills. In today's fast-paced digital world, it's more important than ever to connect with your audience on multiple devices and through multiple channels. With GetZot Connector, you can engage with your leads and customers on any device, whether it's through Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, or Facebook Messenger. This means you can offer a personalized, tailored experience that resonates with your audience, increasing response rates and help you grow your business. If you haven't already, sign up today and start creating powerful multi-channel campaigns with ease.
To survive was a redneck. Farm workers' rights lifted to new heights. Strong man.
Are you missing calls from customers? Missed call text back is the perfect solution for busy business owners who can't always answer their phone quickly. We'll instantly text back a response to anyone who has called and received no answer, so you don't lose out on potential leads or customer engagement.
See that we well, justice not for all men. It's very well repeat again. It's time we learn. The world was made for all men. Hear me out.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Tampa Bay. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Are we loud and clear?
We're loud and clear.
Make sure that we are talking to Dream the Jeweler, the tech man for Voice of the People, and you are listening to Voice of the People. King Jab's the Voice of the People. King Jab now is taking a little bit of a birthday respite. We wish him a very happy birthday that way, and to all the Geminis in Gemini season, we want to wish everyone a very, very, very happy birthday. And we let you know that you're listening to, again, the Voice of the People on 99.1 FM WJM, 99 Jams the Bird, Carefesta Radio. Call in and join us today, 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. I am the intellectual gangster, your brother, Donnie the Professor, and I am here with my firstborn. My firstborn seed, Dream the Jeweler. Again, we want to wish a very happy birthday to our brother, King Jab, the voice of the people. We know that we can't duplicate him, but we hope to be able to sit in his seat We want to thank everyone so very much for inviting us in your homes, in your cars, or wherever you may be listening to this broadcast. And for all who are watching us streaming live online on YouTube and in the YouTube sphere, multiverse, we want to wish everyone there a fantastic morning. Wherever you are on the planet Earth, if you are in the Americas and you are speaking English, we will tell you good morning. If you are speaking French, we want to tell you bonjour. If you're speaking Creole, that's Haitian Creole, we want to tell you ça passe. We want to tell you buenos dias. If you are speaking Spanish, we want to tell you alafia, free the land, hotep. We want to tell you assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We want to tell you shalom aleichem. We want to tell you din dobre and dobre din. We want to tell you bonjour and buongiorno. We want to tell you ohio and ni hao. We want to tell you aloha, and we want to respond back with aloha. We want to tell you ciao and ciao bella. We want to tell you good morning, and we want to tell it to you from this amazing radio station, 99 Jams, 99.1 FM, WJM, The Berg, Carafesta Radio. And while we're on that one, Dream the Jeweler, what I want to tell you is this, is that 99 Jams radio station has launched its special and continued its special spring marathon for the year. Now, we are calling on all of our supporters, that is all of you out there, our sponsors, our families, our friends, to please make a very kind and loving donation for this special marathon. We want you to help us reach our goal of $10,000 US, not $10,000 or not 10,000 pounds sterling. No. Not 10,000 pesos, Dominican pesos, Spanish pesos, Venezuelan pesos, not 10,000 dirhams, not 10,000 dinars, not 10,000 rupees, not 10,000 ruples, not 10,000 yen, and not 10,000 yuan, but we're asking for $10,000. Now, the marathon will run until May 30th. So we're asking for your help to keep this radio station up and running and to keep your favorite radio programs on the air.
Help us help you.
Help us help you. Fantastic. Because you won't get this anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right? You can't tune in anywhere else on a Thursday and hear our big brother Jab and hear Dream the Jeweler give their very controversial takes on things.
Live mixing on the radio.
I'm telling you now, you won't be able to hear it. Was it Brother John Muhammad say Brother Jab can build a plane while it's flying, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're trying to do. We want to make sure that we get that done, brothers and sisters, family out there in the Tampa Bay area and wherever you are on the planet. Please make sure that you do this. Now, let me tell you how to do it. Okay. Because we've extended the period until May 30th, right? You then have an opportunity to donate and receive a recording. Donate and receive a recording of your favorite show on demand.
Ooh.
Yes. So listen, reach into your pockets and make it do what it do. We're not going to close the doors. We're not going to have a holdback meeting. We're not going to make sure that nobody leaves. We're not going to ask the ushers to stand in front of the doors and looking like they're on post. We're not going to do that at all. But if you do want to donate, and we're asking that you please do donate, we ask you to call 727-637-2416 or 813-419-2035. And that's for 99 Jams, The Berg. So please make sure that you help us help you. Make sure that you do your job and make sure that you tune in. Yassine.
Yes, sir.
Dream the Jeweler is what I'm going to call you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm used to calling him his government name because that's the name that I gave him, right?
Yes, sir.
So Dream the Jeweler, who actually is a jeweler, who, congratulations, will be embarking on that process of being a certified jeweler very, very, very soon, ladies, and he is single. Dream the Jeweler. This is graduation season, is it not?
It is. Most definitely is.
We have people walking across the stage.
Last Thursday, man, I saw a whole bunch of people I came up with graduating.
Yes,
and I couldn't be happy about it.
Fantastic. Now, Dream the Jeweler, you've always been a little bit advanced, so we kind of got you out about 3 years early.
Yeah.
but it's still an opportunity to celebrate with your peers. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Big shout out. Naturally, I'm all about family, so I have to do a huge, humongous, and big shout out to all my family members who graduated, to all my family members who will graduate, and to Jabari Blue and Zoe Alexandra Rigby, who will be graduating from the 8th grade and making that big step into high school today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love to
so
see it. Love to see it.
absolutely love to see it. Their older brother will be matriculating very soon to West Lafayette, Indiana, to be the member of the Purdue Boilermakers. That he is doing fantastic in so being. And in addition to that, Dream, before we get into directly into the news, I do want to mention that on Saturday, if anybody is going to be in the Alachua County, Gainesville area, that's Alachua County, Gainesville, Newberry, and all the surrounding areas, that the Mayhem in May at Legacy Park boxing extravaganza will be happening. And Charles Earl Blue Jr., my nephew CJ, will actually be in the ring. So he will be fighting. Weigh-in starts at 8 a.m. Doors open at 12 p.m. and fight start at 1 p.m. Now, if you have any additional information that you want to support our local talent, you can contact Mayhem and May, Wake Up and Dream presentations at 352-682-2040. And that family, the Blue family, the Rigby family, the Alexander family, the Kai's family has always been a huge supporter of our show. And everybody who's associated with that family has always been a huge supporter of our show. And I'm not just saying this because summer means sundress time, and sundress time means cakes, and cakes means Renee's Specialties and Favorites. But Renee's Specialties and Favorites is indeed a supporter of the show, not just financially and monetarily, which we hope that they continue to do, and we believe that they will. But we also like a few in-kind donations. So, Sister Michelle, if you are listening to us, put that whatever you're doing, the many tasks, 1,000 hats that you wear, and that Supergirl cape, put that thing down for a second and see if we can get something sweet up here. Come on now, y'all know how I do.
You couldn't wait to bring that one back.
Dry begging, ain't a dry begging. That's the way it is. Speaking about our beautiful sisters, we also want to mention the Women Talk Radio Show. It's a candid and unfiltered radio show that's right here, 99 Jams the Berg, every Monday at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with two of my favorite people in the world, Sister Erin and Sister Ada. Now, listen, she won't tell you this, Dream.
Yeah.
But you know I went to pre-K with Sister Erin McFarland.
That's funny.
And I graduated with her.
That is hilarious.
How is that for a full run, right? How is that for sweeping for sweeping the series, right? And we went to fam. So come on now, tell me. So she's a beautiful product of the HBCU experience. Her mother is absolutely to die for. I had a crush on that woman for a long time. Yes, could fill out a cop suit too. I'm telling you, before I was before Lil Wayne, man. I'm telling you, man, absolutely beautiful, but a very conscious and beautiful sister. Two very conscious and beautiful sisters who give back immensely to the community and who have an immense impact. I thank you so incredibly much for everything that you do. You can follow them again at Awesome. That's AWESUM, Ada. Awesome, Ada. And you can follow Sister Erin at Erin McFarley. And if you're really lucky, if you're walking through Tyrone Square Mall, you will see Sister Erin actually on a advertisement placard with her amazingly beautiful family doing that thing. So I want to shout her out and shout out the show and tell everybody to listen because I'll be tuned in. Moving on and progressing to Mr. Dream, the jeweler, who is our newsman. Oh, Mr. Dream, I want to tell you this too. Before, if anybody did not see our brother, the president, Jabbar Edmonds, interview on the Ray Timber podcast, if anyone hasn't seen it or heard it, please do what you can to get to it, to see it and to hear it, because the people learn best by observation and participation. And what you can guarantee that you'll get out of Brother Jabbar, and what you've always gotten out of Brother Jabbar and his family, is both observation and participation. You know somebody is watching because you know Brother Jabbar doesn't leave his post unattended. Yes, so if you can catch that,
be out there, y'all.
All the time.
I don't know if y'all see him on the Bay News 9, but he was out there.
Yes,
he out there. He's speaking for us.
That's it. And with Star Power too. You ever see how the camera always finds Jabbar?
Yes, sir. And he was rocking the Cartiers.
Go ahead. We see you, Mr. President. Thank you so very much for everything you've done and everything that you do. We see you and we definitely appreciate you. Dream the jeweler, what we got in the news?
Oh man, we got a lot in the news, but I want to start off with the first Biden-Trump debate will be held in Atlanta, which is a city rich with political drama. After it appeared voters wouldn't get the chance to engage in the sheer Schadenfreude, that is, the Democratic and Republican presidential candidates scoring off this year, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump last week agreed to two debates. The first debate, officially dubbed ATL in the Cell, will take place June 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's welcome news for the city of Atlanta, which was one of three finalists bidding to host the 2024 Democratic National Convention. It ultimately lost out to the second blackest city the Democrats could think of, Chicago. The debate will be sponsored by AARP, Sunsweet Prune Juice, Prevagen, and the good people at CVS Pharmacy.
And ever ready jumper cables, just in case our president goes out, he can borrow Mitch McConnell jumper cables, and they can jump him back. They can jump him back going again. What else you got for us, Dream?
We got UCLA reassigning the police chief amidst criticism of response to violence at pro-Palestinian protests. The police chief at somehow Big Ten school with D2 amenities, UCLA, has been reassigned following criticism over his handling of recent campus demonstrations that included a mob attacking a pro-Palestinian encampment. Chief John Thomas was temporarily reassigned Tuesday, pending an examination of our security process, said Mario Sacco, UCLA Vice Chancellor for Strategic Communications, in a statement released Wednesday. The Daily Bruin reported late Tuesday that Thomas said in a text to the campus newspaper, "There's a lot going on, and I learned late yesterday that I'm temporarily reassigned from my duties as chief." However, as opposed to just walking normally off stage, Thomas claimed, "I'll be back," before slowly descending into the curtains behind him. Neither Sacco or Thomas identified his reassigned role.
But he was looking. His reassigned role is looking for John O'Connor. That's what it is. If he barked, "I'll be back," and then vanished like Homer Simpson did in the hedges,
descended to the hedges. Yeah. Oh man.
What else you got for us, Dream the Jew?
Failed British spy Senator Bob Menendez got his home raided the other day. Apparently, what they found was $150,000 in gold bars, 480.
Hold on. Could you say that one more time?
$150,000 in gold bars.
Okay.
And $480,000 in just cash. But the reason why I picked this of all things that happened, is because I don't know if you've seen some of the photos that have come out from the raid.
No. Tell us about it. What they look like, son?
Well, there's one photo that caught my eye. It was the fact that of all places that he could think in his cluttered home, in his hoarder-looking home, he was hiding like $50,000 in a boot. In an old Timberland.
And that's guys, listen. This Timberland right here comes from 1996. It was purchased in a bodega in the Bronx. And you best believe we don't know if you can, our viewing audience can see it, but if you can't, please look up Senator Bob Menendez's boot,
money boot,
because he got this thing packed up. You remember the song "Threats" by Jay-Z?
Yes, sir.
Where Cedric the Entertainer does the voice of Threats, and he said, "I'll chop your picture in the match like drug money."
Yeah.
Listen, you can't look at that money in that boot and then think at one time in Senator Menendez's career, he was not trapping. So
they found 13 gold bars worth $150,000.
Well, listen, he knows at least how to get something that appreciates with value.
Yeah.
He didn't get just cash. This man took gold bars. You remember, Dream, whenever I talk to you and your cousins, my nephews, I always say, keep yourself some run money.
Yes, sir.
Because you never know when you got to run.
Yep.
This man ready to run, wasn't he?
He was ready to run.
Boy, he had his tracks, the spikes laced up.
He most certainly did.
All right.
I wanted to bring this back for a while, but we got our Florida Man of
the Week. Come on, Florida Man of the Week. He needs his own theme music.
He does. I'm working on the theme right now.
Okay. Surprise us, because I gotta. If you're not viewing audience, if you're in the comments, not only like and share and comment, but if you have some suggestions for what the appropriate song would be for Florida Man of the Week, then please bring it in. Let's try to keep the song though Florida-ishes.
Yeah.
So make something by T-Pain. Make it something by Uncle Luke. Make it something by Pitbull. Make it something by Mel Tillis. But we got to get us our Florida gag going on. We ain't gonna put it on Rod Wave. Go ahead with a dream. What you got?
All right, I'm trying to pull it up right now, but everything moving a little bit slow.
Hey, listen, this is reality radio. This is how we do
reality radio. So we have from Pensacola, Florida.
All right, Panhandle, the Panhandle.
Thank you so much for your entry for our Florida Man of the Week. Wanted man David Jackson found hiding in a dryer in Pensacola, Florida. They say police claim that he was not so neatly folded up.
Come on, man.
Oh man, there's so much funnier stuff about it, but it's not loading.
But I wonder if the dryer was I don't know if you know or not.
There's a picture.
Okay, so was it a home dryer? Was it a commercial dryer?
It was a home dryer. It was a small home dryer.
It's
a miracle that he even fit in it.
I wonder, was it the stackable combo dryer? The one that ones that the slumlords put in, the ones that the slumlords throw in your house, man. Was it one of those?
Yep. So was.
It's a little dude.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine trying to get me in a dryer, man?
Oh, I would be done.
Man, that'd be terrible, man. That's like putting 20 pounds of stuff in a 10-pound bag. That would not happen whatsoever. So
I think it could though.
Hiding from law enforcement, and he decided to get into the dryer.
Oh, it is like a whole dryer. It's not no fancy, nah.
Also, it's one of them hood dryers.
It's one of them hood dryers.
Listen, if anyone grew up in the hood and you had a dryer in your home, you knew that there were some dryers, that they were pretty efficient. And you usually found those when you went to your friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that you had at your house, man, them dryers used to make them zipper buttons so dang on hot.
Oh my God!
You ever
burn yourself on it?
You ever touch this? Listen, if we ever want to do enhanced interrogation tactics, and they want to stop waterboarding people, they need to send somebody clothes to your grandma's house to put them in the dryer, and then have them reach in there to see if they're dry enough. Listen, and hood dryers are particular.
So, okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Rap to us.
So it's a 31-year-old man wanted in connection to a Southwest Florida shooting this spring was found folded, quote, not so neatly in a remarkably small dryer drum, officials said. David Jerome Jackson had been on the lam after the Escambia County Sheriff's Office reported officials identified him as a suspect in connection to a March 15th shooting in Pensacola. The home where deputies discovered the suspect is in a neighborhood about 4 miles southwest of downtown Pensacola. When deputies received a tip about his possible whereabouts, they visited a home in West Pensacola to serve a search warrant. The agency wrote in a news release, he traced his iPhone to the wrong house.
Okay, now this is confusing on so many levels, but it wouldn't be Florida Man if it wasn't, right?
It wouldn't be. So apparently, I think he was trying to run home, and I think he was trying to use the maps or something, Google Maps. I don't know what Apple's use, but I guess he went into the wrong house. He broke into the wrong house, completely unaware that it wasn't his. And hid in the dryer.
Well, I'm sure when he was bumbling around,
we do have a picture, by the way.
Okay. Oh wow. If you could tell our audience who can't see that, tell our audience where they can find it. Listen, guys, this is definitely worth looking at.
I found this on USA Today. You can find it on Fox 35 Orlando.
I wonder now, and this is just my mind working because I've been around hood dryers for a while. I wonder if the people who lived at the residence thought they just had some Chuck Taylors in the dryer and they was just kicking it, because I didn't put a pair of, and Chucks kick the dryer like nothing else.
Oh yeah,
Chucks will kick your dryer in like the green team, man.
Oh yeah,
Chucks, when they're rolling down in that drum, man, and they making that noise, you would swear you got two people in there wrestling. So I wonder if that's what they thought. And
so they didn't find him at first, but
I wonder, could he get out, man? Because sometimes,
you stuck in there, and then the momentum.
Yeah, I wanted if somebody cut it on. I wanted to listen. If my cousin, if my cousin Ibn was running that dry, you know, Squib can't hear real well. If my cousin Ibn was running that dry, homeboy would have been crisp and folded when he came out of that. He'd have been ready to be put up when he came out of that thing, man. Oh my goodness, he would have been hanger ready. In a hood dry to get real hot, make the whole garage hot.
And one of the clacketiest dryers ever.
Oh man, hood dryers, but they be in that thing playing the drums, bro. When you be trying to get it done. All right. So if anybody's been following politics, then they've been following Jasmine Crockett, Representative Jasmine Crockett, and her amazing clapback skills against Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, in her infinite disgustingness, I guess you want to go ahead and hit the disclaimer with the views expressed.
Oh, the views expressed, yada yada yada.
If anybody has seen,
y'all know.
If anybody has seen Marjorie Taylor Greene, she is shaped like the chicken nuggets from the McDonald's Happy Meal. Those chicken nugget cartoons. She's shaped like a 4-piece McNugget, man. And that crazy one too. You know that parallelogram McNugget, the one that's kind of shaped like Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
that's how she's shaped.
The one they be telling me to throw away.
Yeah. She's shaped like a Caribbean island, man.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, if she were a meal, would consist completely of green beans, macaroni and cheese, potatoes, potato salad, and corn, because this woman is all sides.
Yeah.
She don't come in nowhere, man. Ain't no taper to Marjorie Taylor Greene whatsoever. She is shaped like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And she had the indignation to talk about Representative Jasmine Crockett's eyelashes and was unrepentant.
Oh.
And she said, you know, they were having a banter back and forth, and she told Jasmine Crockett. Shout out to my buddy Jasmine Clark. Love you, Jazz. But she said to Jasmine Crockett, maybe your eyelashes are in the way and you can't see past them. And when they asked for a point of order for that week behind dry Lawrence Welk hour, British comedy hour, what's another dry? If you grown up in the 80s, 30 something, you remember that show was the driest show in the world. Twin Peaks, right? She came with that old dry behind Norman Lear comedy. And boy, listen, when she said, and when she said it, she sat back and crossed the arms like she had did something, right?
Oh no.
Like she had just knocked them dead at the Improv.
Oh man.
But she underestimated the clapbackery that was.
Because for context, y'all, Jasmine Crockett from St. Louis.
Exactly.
Jasmine Crockett is from St. Louis.
It seems like Marjorie Taylor Greene would have researched that first.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is from St. Louis? Lavelle Crawford?
Yep.
Cedric the Entertainer?
Sexy Red?
Rick.
I'm sorry. I'm tripping.
Red Fox, yes, and indeed Sexy Red and Dick Gregory. The Midwest going ham, man.
I'm about to say some of the most F with you ass.
Oh, people. Come on, man. So, all right. The comedian Rita Brent, who appears on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, has a section called Fix It Jesus. Mm. And I thought it would only be fitting that I would share to our audience who may not have heard the show, Rita Brent's hilarious take in placing in song, and we hope we got the audio to run this one, in placing in song her amazing take on what Jasmine Crockett said. Now, this is what Jasmine Crockett said. She responded back and said that Marjorie Taylor Greene was the owner of a bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
You gotta say that slow because you were torn around it.
Listen, a bleach blonde, bad built, butch body is the most. And now, guys, I am in real life. I'm a rhetorician. I absolutely love words. I love rhetoric, which is is an amazing rhetorical statement. But just the alliteration to just come off with that is those were bleach blonde, bad built, butch bodied bars.
Yes.
So our amazing and talented sister of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Rita Brent, made a hilarious clapback theme song for our sister Jasmine Crockett. Let me see if we can run it. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear me. Dream the Jeweler, you are my tech man.
Oh, we can.
All right, y'all, Ricky Bottom on the show. It is about that time. We got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated on with us this morning. Jackson State University's own, representing Jackson, Mississippi, the one and only comedian extraordinaire, one of the funniest comedians in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Rita Brent in the building. You know,
That's a hell of an intro. Thank you.
Oh, you know I got to bring you on, right? You know how I feel about you. I know you got something crazy this morning.
I do. So, did y'all see the clip with Jasmine Crockett and Marjorie Taylor Greene during their meeting when Marjorie said something about Representative Crockett's fake eyelashes blocking her view, and this is how Representative Crockett responded.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Okay. So that went viral, of course, and y'all just got to go watch it and go look at people's facial expressions. They could barely keep a straight face. Okay, but I don't know if y'all know, a lot of merch has been made. They got Marjorie Taylor Greene Barbie dolls. Jasmine Crockett has applied for a trademark for this phrase, and she has this thing called the Crockett Clapback collection. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of theme songs have been made, but I would like to submit my own a selection to become the Crockett Clapback song. Okay. She got a bleach blonde back with butch body. She got a bleach blonde back with butch body. And Martha Taylor Greene looked like a lima bean. I forgot she had a bleach blonde back with butch body. Representative Jasmine's about that line. She about that, and she looks like she can really fight. And a man, a politician, ain't got no competition. Ain't worried about a bleach blonde bad bill butch body. Marjorie tried to cause a scene, forgot she had a butch body. Marjorie tried to cause a scene, forgot she had a butch body. Marjorie tried to cause a scene, forgot she had a butch body. Marjorie tried to cause a scene, forgot she had a butch body. Women with lashes, lashes, like women with lashes, lashes, like women with lashes, lashes. Don't come for us unless we sit for you. Butch body, she got a bleach bad butch body, a bleach blonde bad butch body, she got a bleach bad butch body. A bleach blonde bad butch body, she got a bleach bad butch body. A bleach blonde bad butch body, she got a bleach butch body. Oh, she got a she got a she got a bleach she got she got she got a bleach she got she
Hey, Rita, I love you.
All right, so that was the highlight of my entire week.
Yeah.
Because the only thing better than Representative Crockett getting on that bad built, bleach, blonde, butch body held by Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is shaped.
She said it fast too. That's crazy.
Yes, who is shaped like any pecan that you'll see paper shell or not. This woman is shaped. Listen, if you've never seen Marjorie Taylor Greene, you have to try to Google a full body shape picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
If you can stomach it.
If you can, don't eat first. It's like swimming.
Yes.
Right? You want to wait 45 minutes before you swim after you see a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene's body. But what Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like, if you can imagine this, is the candy circus peanuts. Have you ever seen circus peanuts?
Yes.
She's shaped just like circus peanuts. I think she's going to audition for the role of Kirby in Kirby's Dream World, the play to be on Broadway very soon. It's
shout out to Representative.
Listen. Shout out to Representative Crockett. Shout out to the people who aren't afraid to use words to get your lick back. Dream the Jeweler, are we gonna go to you want to go to break? You want to go ahead and continue on through?
I said we go ahead and continue on through. It's 9:38, man.
All right, 38 minutes after the hour. I want to let everyone know they're listening to the voice of the people, King Jab, the voice of the people, 99.1 FM, WJM 99, Jams the Bird, Carafesta Radio, sitting in for King Jab. I am the intellectual gangster, your brother, Professor Mac, Brother Donnie, the professor. You can call in and join us if you would like to, especially if you have a take on that bleach, blonde, bad built butch body that is shaped like a dino chicken nugget. You can call in and you can call in and join us at 727-637-2416. And I spare to y'all, anyone who may be thinking, I've been called a misogynist in the past. I am not. But I do love a good comeback. All right. So what I do also want to say is that we have the obligation to support everyone in our community who supports us. Be looking out for particularly, and I know people are like, oh, this man is a homo. Listen, I love my family, and I'm not going to not, and I'm unapologetic about it. But be looking out for the support of everything that's going on around this radio station. Make sure you make your way to Agape Soul Shoutique. Agape Soul Shoutique. Make sure that you support all of the initiatives that you see coming from individuals who are associated with building not just the 8 Kings, but individuals working with the Pinellas Urban League, individuals working with the city of St. Petersburg, individuals working with Pinellas County, individuals working with the University of South Florida. These are the people who make it happen for us all, and we want to make sure that we remember them. Definitely look out for my brother-in-law, Mr. Charles Earl Blue Sr., who has some very interesting things coming forward. He has a very interesting perspective, not only on manhood, but on fatherhood, on friendship, on coaching, on raising lives. I had the opportunity last week to bring our brother Negos, Royce Wheeler, into the press box with us at the Boca Sega High School football game, and have him announce the initiative that's going on with the media group of Pinellas County to show that our young people can be the highlight of our life and the highlight of our community, and we can build from them because they are the solution to everything that we have ever needed, everything that we will need, and everything that will give us a progressive future. I'm going to pivot a bit, Dream.
No, go ahead.
And say something that other people appear to be either not aware of or afraid to say. And I would rather go with the former than the latter, because I don't like to call people afraid. I don't like to put the coward jacket on folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to mention this. There's been a chorus around the world of the internet following the hideous and horrendous video of Sean Combs bouncing Cassie like a red playground ball, not even like a basketball. It wasn't even like a Wilson, right? It wasn't even a Nike ball, indoor or outdoor. It was that red playground ball, bouncing her like a red playground ball, chasing her down in a towel that didn't move, which was weird. Did you? I wanted
saw
to,
that.
anybody notice that towel ain't moved? He was holding that towel on with the same thing Cam Newton was holding that hat on when he got the scrapping. Yeah, that towel didn't move at all. But we watched that heinous act take place. And instead of us condemning ourselves collectively for financing and funding this dumpster fire called Diddy,
Called the diddler.
then the blame easily went to the most blamable people on the planet, which are African men, quote unquote, black men in the United States. I heard a resounding chorus of black men don't protect black women. Do you not like black women? Why do you hate black women? What is going on with your relationship with black women? Not why did we support Diddy? Why did we buy him those shiny suits? Why did we finance those Hype Williams videos? Why were we holding on to watch the next episode of Making the Band? Why do we think that Danity Kane has talent? What is it about this man that we continue to support? Why do we like somebody who dances like Mary J. Blige? Instead of us turning that finger internally, then we look on the outside and then begin to praise people who talk about how they would beat other black men in particular for what Diddy did. Now, I'm not saying Diddy don't need to wear one. Diddy's needed to wear behind women for a while. Yeah. But it's just interesting now, the timing. To hear Lunel get on her live, sitting there looking like she got the sneeze, talking about, man, because really, if you really want to look at it, I don't know why black men don't protect black women. They need to do this, that, and the third. And the same person who's made whole stand-up comedy bits about how she fight women, how she's jumped on women, about how she was a streetwalker, a hooker. Yeah. It's interesting, though, how all of this has to translate into that. So I have a very interesting thought experiment that I want everybody to do, that I usually ask people to do when they talk about black men not protecting black women. And that's this. If you are indeed a person who identifies as a black woman, I want you to really think, is there no one that you can call in a time of crisis that is a black man who will help you? Yeah. I mean, brother, uncle, father, cousin. I want you to think about that. I want you to go through your contacts in your phone. And I want you to say, after, just honestly look, ask yourself, is there any brother I can call on here that if I know push came to shove, he wouldn't be there if I needed him? He wouldn't help me if I needed him? And I can guarantee that the vast majority, now listen, I'm not talking about just relationship, husband or boyfriend. I'm talking about any black man you know, from your nephew to your great grandfather, who will roll up with that rusty 22 in that Ford F-150 and not help you if you're in need. Yeah. That is a ridiculous accusation to make of black men. Because you know some, you work with some, you live with some, you attend services with some. You get $40 from some who would not mind helping you if they found you needing. Let's change that narrative. Let's change the people who say it. But on this last point, before we bring this thing to a close, you know who you haven't heard from? We heard Scrappy, right? We heard Lil Scrappy get on talking about he want to run. If he see Puff, he want to run a fat one, right? Yeah. He want to fade him up. Now, this is the same Lil Scrappy now who got kicked out of an Orlando high school for saying, if you a trill nigga, hit that hoe. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. My roommate, Skit, was ahead of the security that bounced Scrappy for saying that. Interesting. Because you can't plant cotton and expect to pull up corn. Ain't that right?
Oh yeah.
Let each soul look to what is sent forth for tomorrow, my mother would say. Anyway, the person who you have not heard mention anything, I haven't seen him on any social media. I haven't seen him online. So I'm going to ask, did anybody else see him? If you saw him, put something in the chat. And that's a man named Alex Fine.
Mm.
Alex Fine has been MIA.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Alex Fine. I've seen Lunell sitting there needing to blow a nose. I've heard everybody else come out. I'm not saying that Puff is good. I don't like him at all. I think it's something really wrong with Sister Cassie. I think it's something really wrong with Cassie to even be attracted to a man like Puff.
Mm-hmm.
She has a problem with desire. But this is not about putting Cassie on the Inquisition stand. This is just saying this. The man who we haven't heard from, the man who we haven't seen, Mr. Alex Fine, is Cassie's husband. He's not a boyfriend. He's not a baby daddy. He's a husband.
That's crazy.
And he's identified as a white man. I'm fully in support of quote unquote interracial relationships because I hate race, because race is the most despicable thing created in the last 500 years. But I will say this much. Why didn't Alex Fine say he want to run one with Diddy?
I mean, I haven't heard him say anything. I didn't even know who he was until you started talking.
Come on now.
I didn't even know that Cassie Ventura was in a relationship with anybody that wouldn't.
You wouldn't think, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, but let me say something. And it might be controversial. If it is, and it makes you uncomfortable, maybe you were too damn comfortable before I started talking. But let me say this much. Alex Fine, along with Cassie Ventura, got paid out, what, $30 million?
So.
What are you raising? What are we raising the people in our lives to be? If we can say, yeah, well, at least they got that back. Do you know what you call it when a fighter fights for a prize? What that prize is called? It's called a purse. It's called a bag. You just made a prize fighter.
Yeah.
She got beat down for a prize. Is this what we're raising? This is what we're cool with? Cassie didn't know who Kim Porter was? Or any of the other ones? Why did she think that was a good pick?
What is she seeing?
And who's going to protect her from her own decisions? Boy, if you can't correct it, you sure can't protect it. So again, this is not a beat down on Sister Cassie. This is a referendum on the things that we like. Because the problem is not the diet, the problem is the appetite. What on earth is it about this monster that would have made anyone say that he's sane enough to share his bed? And whatever it is, after Lunell gets done getting her Benadryl, and after Scrappy ends up getting his head up fade, how come we haven't heard from Cassie's husband? And if Cassie's husband were an African, would we expect something different from him than we expect from him now? I've seen the prison cells in Florida and throughout the world and throughout the country are filled up with black men who were sick like pit bulls on other black men.
Yes.
Because of the poor decision making, the poor judgment, the lack of consideration of women chasing a bag, ready to be a prize fighter. A lot of people won't hear that. That'll go in one ear, that'll go out the other. A lot of people will ignore that. That will be played off as Brother Donnie has some sort of problem. Why are we putting this man on the airwaves? Is something really, really wrong with him? Who hurt him? Doesn't he know that victims shouldn't be blamed? I'm not blaming victims. What I'm saying is that everybody has a hand when it comes to accountability. And if you can't hear that, you're part of the problem. Because you will raise, inevitably, another generation of women to even want to be in the presence of a hideous monster like Sean P. Diddy Combs. You do so unapologetically because you will see them as what? A bag.
Yeah.
And you won't hold people to the same standards that you hold the people who you want to blame with anyway. It's not very difficult to see wrong in people who you already believe were born wrong. I don't have to say the views expressed. I think everybody knows.
Of course. And just real quick, if y'all know what Diddy is, just can y'all tell somebody? Because he was doing a live and what looked like, I don't know if it was like the DR or some.
Yeah.
Dry Tortugas, some.
Man, yeah.
If y'all know what he is, y'all tell us, please.
He's a very strange person. But men of sacrifice require women of substance. Don't forget that. And women of substance require men of sacrifice. Our book of the day, while we still have time, we're going to bring this thing to a quick end, is a book that is very fitting for our topics. The book is called Players. Players, Con Men, Hustlers, Gamblers, and Scam Artists, and is edited by Stephen Hyde and Gino Zanetti. Again, the book is called Players. Why is that something that we should read? There's an African proverb that says, the witch doctor that summons the storm cannot stop the rain from falling on his own house. The witch doctor that summons the storm cannot stop the rain from falling on his own house. What does that mean? Well, that means you ought to know how this thing operates. And in order for you to know how it operates, you need to understand how other people have operated this scam. Some of the greatest information that you'll get from the manner in which human beings deal with one another, you'll get from con men, you get from hustlers, you get from gamblers, and you get from scam artists. Malcolm X says in his autobiography that whenever you're gambling and somebody's always winning, they're cheating.
Oh, yeah.
And when you know this, when you understand how this thing works, how this mentality functions, then you will understand that everything that you get is tied to the labor that you put in it. And if any time you are receiving what you think are benefits for something that you ain't do, please know that you are in the company of a player.
Yes, sir.
They're about to take you on a long-range con. Having been raised by some of the coldest players that ever played the game, I can tell you that con men, hustlers, gamblers, and scam artists have a lot to teach you.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Listen and learn. We're winding right on down at the bottom of the hour. You are listening to the voice of the people, King Jab, the voice of the people, 99.1 FM, WJM 99 Jams, the Bird Care Festa Radio. Call in. You can still join us while we have time, but we will be out of here very soon. The number is 727-637-2416. We will be making way for the show that will be following us. Again, we want to thank all of the families who supported our graduates. We want to thank the people who are matriculating into higher education and matriculating into the career world. We want to let everybody know that these routes are open. Do what you must. Get what you can and realize that if anything looks like it's free, you're the one that's for sale.
For sure.
You got any closing thoughts for us, Dream the Jeweler?
Bleach blonde. I'm still trying to figure it. Bleach
blonde,
bad
built, butch, body.
That's
from Brooklyn. From Boston. Any predictions going forward, man, in the playoff scene?
Playoffs. What we got? Eastern and Western. Man, I ain't been really on basketball like that because I'm a Nets fan and we ain't been good. We ain't been good since 2019. So
shout out to my brother-in-law, man. Brooklyn in the house. Best die, do or die. Basketball has been unveiling, man. It's been cool.
Okay, so the Eastern Conference, not Knicks, Pacers and the Celtics.
Okay.
Celtics walked away. They barely made it out with in game 1 at overtime. I don't know who's coming out with that. I think I gotta go with. Part of me, I want to go with Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers, but I'm not entirely sure. But either way, it's gonna be a fun series, and if the Knicks Pacers do win, then I'll be happy about it.
Indiana versus Boston. I can guarantee you that no black men from the class of 68 will be watching either team, or if they're watching it, they will be rooting for both teams to lose. That's how it works. And hoping that the Philadelphia 76ers, led by Julius Erving, will somehow make their way to play the Showtime Lakers of James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson. They be watching. I'm telling you, that's how it is.
Yeah, it's all the what's the name? Boston's up in the battle of Larry Bird. And on Western side, we got the Timberwolves versus the Mavericks. I gotta admit, I don't really want any of these teams to win.
Oh wow! So we're looking for. Listen,
I'm not a Timberwolves. I'm just saying. What were you saying?
Whatever Vegas odds on 4 consecutive double losses.
Yeah.
Then we'll take those
4 consecutive double losses. I want to play the Knicks in the conference finals.
All right, so this has been an amazing episode. Thank you so very much for having us again in your homes, your cars, or wherever you may be listening to this episode. We're hoping that in the near future we will have Renee's specialties and favorites bring us some of our sundress summer cakes up in here. But we absolutely love and thank all of you guys. This has been King Jam, the voice of the people on 99.1 FM, WJM 99 Jams, the Bird, Carafesta Radio. Tune in, same time, same place, same cool, same smooth, same sharp, next week for the voice of the people. I am the intellectual gangster, Brother Donnie, the professor, the cleanest cat on radio these days, y'all. You best believe it. And we will see you next week. Thank you.
WUJM, St. Petersburg, 99 Jams.
Gospel lovers, are you ready for some church? The Angels Gospel Show is back with a bang. Bring to you gospel